All right.
Hello.
Welcome. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. My name's Andrew Lane, joined by Renee Banuelos, co-founders of 22Social. Renee, how's it going?
Doing great.
Good. We are excited about this one today.
Yeah, a lot of people opted in for this, so we should have a really nice crowd. So can't wait to get started.
Yeah, so today's topic is a refreshingly simple all-in-one system to run your paid coaching programs inside Facebook. And really the goal today, what we want to help you with and show you is how simple this can be, and how you can create multiple streams of income while building your brand authority and building an email list, growing your list of leads, and making more sales, multiple streams of income with very low-cost tools.
Keeping it simple.
Simple, convenient, and easy to manage. So really, you can do all of this yourself. And what we've seen using some of these strategies is people make six-figure businesses right there with Facebook, not needing really anything more than what we're going to show you technology-wise. And it makes their life easier because everything is right there. All of their customers are logged in with Facebook. They have all their Facebook profiles. They're building their email list. They are able to communicate and follow up easily with everybody. And it's pretty much on autopilot, right? A lot of this is done automatically as much as we can do. And we're always trying to improve that. But at this point, you've got the ability to create all kinds of income streams. So we're going to walk through that and talk about how this can happen for you and show you where to find the information you need if you're ready to get started. Obviously, this is a 22Social training, and it's going to be mostly about 22Social. So be warned, but this is not going to be crazy stuff. This is stuff you can implement yourself. This is designed for you to do it yourself or a small team.
Right, and it's more than just theory.
It's more, not just theory. We're going to show you exactly what to do, okay? This is not just theory. I really appreciate all the content that's online right now that shows you all the theory and things you could do. Well, we're going to do that and then show you exactly how you can implement that with this system, because we built software for the last 7 years now. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, that we've been building this software for 7 years. And we give you access as a 22Social customer to use this exact same software that we've used for high-end clients like Mari Smith and all kinds of awesome clients that we've had, help them build, create six-figure campaigns and multiple streams of income. It's the exact same software that we use that's been used by GoDaddy, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. I mean, the amount of people who have used this stuff is pretty wild.
To make millions on Kickstarter. Right?
Kickstarter campaign. So you have access to all this, but what does it mean to you? That's what we want to get into. So, hey, say hi in the comment stream below. We're not going to take up too much of your time today. We want to get right through the meat of the content and then show you where to take the next steps if you're ready to implement, or if you just want to sit back, take some notes, enjoy. We've also got a winner, weekly prize winner we're going to announce towards the end. And Renee will be sticking around. I'm going to do most of the training today, and Renee is going to be answering questions in that comment stream below. So be sure to say hi.
Yeah, don't wait till the end. Drop a question. Yeah, I'll answer right away. So if Fan doesn't get to it, then I'll get to it on the question. So we'll want to make sure you're getting taken care of.
Cool. So this is for anyone. If you're new, if you're been around for years with us, this is some new content. We haven't really shared this slide deck, a lot of the ideas in particular, and it's combining a lot of different ideas that we've been teaching over the last several months. So aloha, we've got people from Hawaii, and let's see there. I don't know where.
Jerry Roberts is on here. We got
all around the world. Let us know where you're watching from. That's really fun to see. So let's see what we got here. Roland, Missy, Steve, Becky, Jerry, Tim. Yeah, good to see you all. Thanks for joining us today. We're gonna make sure it's worth your while. We got Benjamin from Charlotte, North Carolina. So we are live today. This is what is it? Tuesday the 28th.
Yep. It's not a replay unless it's a replay.
Unless you're watching the replay.
Otherwise, it's not a replay.
If you're watching the replay, come join us on the next training every Tuesday at 3:30 Pacific. So let me get started here. We'll get right into the content, and at any time, ask your questions. We're here to help for this 1 hour segment today. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay. So there's today's topic. Refreshingly simple. That's what we try to achieve here. And really run your entire paid coaching program. You won't need anything else, and you can create multiple streams of income. So I want to kick it off with kind of a dialogue discussion here on, the question is, should you offer online coaching services? And really, what is that? What does that mean for you? Is it a realistic possibility for you to do? Well, basically the idea and how we're describing it here is helping you become the go-to person in your industry by sharing your expertise. So you can become an expert, not overnight, but eventually you can become an expert by helping one person and then multiplying that, right? So it'll start with a couple people, and then you can scale that to where you're helping people all around the world virtually, 24/7 on autopilot. You're not going to be able to scale your business if you haven't done the hard work. So the idea here is whatever you do, you're going to have to figure out how you can help people solve problems, have breakthroughs, and create solutions for your audience. And this can be in any kind of industry, okay? Health and fitness, productivity and mindset. Do you just like geeking out over how to be more productive or how to get your mind in a better state so you can achieve your goals? We see a lot of our customers doing that type of stuff. And health and fitness is really popular, right? You need to create programs for people to have success and get plugged in and start marching towards their goals. Sales and marketing, very, very common. Social media marketing, how to create more sales, copywriting, any industry like that, whatever your expertise is, you can start to help others because everyone has, everyone could help or could use some help in these topics. So if you are interested in some of these things, you can create income by helping others. Life coaching, business coaching, those are two really popular topics. Some of you, I'm sure, are certified in these types of categories. But you can just start off with something very simple. Just find a few friends, see how you can help them, a couple clients that you've had. If you've already had success stories and you've created case studies with some clients, then you are in position to start monetizing right now. And you can always niche down. So those are kind of broad. So think about which category you fit in and what your passion is, what you've been studying on your own and working on, and maybe niche down to something like horse training. Okay, we've got people making money, and really it's a form of coaching. You can say coaching, training, very similar, but horse training is strangely enough very popular. We've shown examples of people who are making income by running programs online to teach horse training. And nowadays, in this world we're in, anything that you can share and help others with can be monetized, can be packaged into a product, and you can deliver that training with these simple tools, especially with Facebook. As you know, we like to leverage Facebook to utilize these free tools I give you, like the live video. So with these horse training programs, people are creating groups and charging for access to this content, and they're just using their phone to do live training to their group members and provide value that way. So it can be anything. Parenting, right? That's an ongoing need that people have. They want to get plugged into a community. They want to learn tips and tricks and have access to content that you can provide. Gardening, right? It could be just some kind of a hobbyist group, photography, graphic design. I've started my own graphic design training, and everything that I'm showing you today will be something that I've been using to create side income for myself. Just in a few hours a week, I'm able to turn my passion and interest, because I do all the graphics for 22Social. So I had to make my life easier. So even, someone like me who, I guess 22Social would be my day job, my 9 to 5, I've made a side business helping others with graphic design because that's what I do all day. So even if you have a job where you sit there at a desk all day, I'm sure there's something, even if it's just getting organized and doing spreadsheet work. I mean, it could help others by turning your templates or systems into products that you can sell. So I hope that gets you excited. Really, all of you watching, I would assume, should be able to fit into something like this. If you don't have anything here that interests you, then maybe it's not for you. But even if it's just the technical stuff, if you're watching this, you probably like to do technical setup for people. That is something you could create. And there's a lot of different ways to create income with this expertise that you have. So how will you create income? There's a few different ways here that are pretty tested and proven, and probably won't be any bit of a surprise to you, but what may be surprising is that you can do all of this with 22Social, and it's all included with your account, and you don't really need anything else beyond this other than your Facebook page and some free tools online that will show you how to use. So number one is private one-on-one meetings. What I'm going to show you here in a minute is my system that has been replicated over and over just by selling access to your time through your page, and you can have people prepay for one-on-one meetings with you. So you could say, I want to charge $50 an hour, and you could sell an hour of your time, set up like a coaching session with somebody, and you can sell that, have them prepay for that. It goes right into your PayPal account, and then they can automatically get access to a place to schedule their time with you. So then before you know it, you look at your calendar and you've got someone scheduled for a meeting. It's just a beautiful thing. And to be able to have videos and stuff kind of do the sales pitch for you after they buy, they get access to a video that they watch, and it kind of explains them, hey, thank you for purchasing this 1-hour session with me. Go ahead and click here. Here's how to get started. Here's the form to get prepared. So I'll show you how to do all that. But for me, that saves me a ton of time. And it's something I can just have sitting on my Facebook page that makes me money. And all I got to do is show up to the one-on-one meeting and do that meeting with them. So it's a nice place to be able to send people to kind of save yourself time, so you don't have to get on the phone with every person to close a sale. You can have a video that does some of this. Next up, digital courses. So this really, I'm going to show you later the steps to kind of like where do you start if you have nothing going right now. Digital courses probably won't be one of the first things you do, but the idea here is you can create some of the content or put some of the content you've created into video courses, audio tracks, worksheets, downloadable templates and PDFs. So usually this happens after a while when you've helped a lot of people and you've discovered a lot of things about the patterns that you see in your customers, whether it's in health and fitness or productivity or business development. You're going to see where people get stuck, so you can lay out a course, a couple module video course perhaps with some worksheets. Very simple stuff. You can sit down in one day and knock out some videos. Once you're at that point where you know what people need, you can package it up into a course and sell it. And that's what we have here, this loan officer acceleration course. The screenshot here on the left, I mean, it just blows my mind. I would have never thought that someone in that industry would be able, be entrepreneurial in that sense, where they would package up their knowledge and provide a solution for their audience, and that audience would respond so well. They've done very well with their sales. And what they do is they do interviews and have conversations with people, and then put that behind a gate and charge for access to it. And now they can promote this, and they got one simple video here that kind of explains the concept and lets people buy and sign up to pay for access to the premium content here. And it's really fun to see someone like that having success, creating income. I'm sure his full-time thing is being a loan officer, but he's able to turn his knowledge and expertise into content that can help others. So you can create multiple streams of income. A fun one here is live workshops. So, what I missed here, let me get my laser pointer here, is the monthly packages for that one-on-one. So you could have recurring meetings with someone as well. Instead of doing hourly, maybe you say, hey, you know what? If you plan on doing at least even an hour a month with me, I'll give you a discount. You can just sign up for a subscription with me, so you can have access or schedule your 1 hour with me every month, or maybe a multi, 2 or 3 meetings a month. You could have them on a retainer, basically, where they keep paying you automatically.
Yeah, and that's how normally coaching programs work. Usually get X amount of calls per month, and they're each 30 minutes or an hour or whatnot. So yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, so those are all done just using the app here and just kind of getting creative with the app. Once you understand the technical components of 22Social, you're able to implement any one of these ideas very quickly. The hard part is just going to be packaging up the offer and then creating like the video or something that'll help you sell it. Okay, but the technology lets you do all this. Now, the live workshops is something that I haven't seen a lot of people do. We've actually had success doing this ourselves. I think way back when we first created the Paygate, one of the first things we did was a weekend workshop where we had a client do a weekend workshop. It was like a 4-hour live hangout. They charged $99 for access to it, and I think it made a few $1,000s. Okay, so if you want to make a few $1,000s on a Saturday, this is something anyone can implement. The amount of money you make is going to be dependent on how many people are interested and are following you and would want to join that, and how
you market it.
Yeah, how well you market it, how good the offer is. But the possibilities are just basically sell tickets to a live hangout like we're doing right now. You got here for free here at 22s.com/live, but we could have easily charged money for this, and this could be done one time. So that's the one-time option, where you just do some kind of big thing, you promote it for a while, maybe even have guests join the panel with you. So it doesn't just have to be you the whole time. Maybe you do an hour, bring on a couple guests for an hour, and then you can just pay your guest trainers on the side. You collect all the money up front, maybe pay them a percentage or something like that. You can work that out yourself, but it's an option that you could maybe do a couple times a month to create maybe another $1,000 a month just by doing these workshops, even small group. It doesn't have to be broadcasts. It could be done the way we're doing it right now, where they pay and they get access to the app. And now you're kind of broadcasting to anyone who shows up. Not very interactive other than the comment stream below. But what you could do is maybe just limit it to, say, 8 or 9 people and do a group, workshop where you charge $100 a person. They all join on, and now it's kind of a group workshop, and you can help each other out and maybe go through a program with each person. They can contribute and share. Any of you who've done any kind of training have probably experienced something like that.
Yeah, so more of a mastermind kind of thing.
Kind of a mastermind, yeah. So that's another option there, and just talking about ideas and how you can make some more income. Group program. So this is a more structured group program, not necessarily one time, but ongoing. Could be access to ongoing live training, accountability, community. And with that group integration feature that we have, you can connect a Facebook group to your subscription. So people are automatically paying monthly. They can get access to your app where you can host live hangouts, video courses. It could be content that you're updating on a regular basis. This is really attractive to people because what often happens is we sit down, especially in today's, if you're doing any kind of digital marketing training, you'll know that some of the concepts are outdated very quickly. So if you want to sit down and create a course, you might spend a few months creating this course, and by the time you're done, everything you've done is outdated. So that's where these subscription training programs are really cool, because you can do this ongoing. So every week, or maybe a couple times a month, or even just once a month, you create some content and get people access to it. Now, you don't have to have the community aspect to it. We have some people doing just like a newsletter where every month they deliver a newsletter. So really more of a subscription with access to this premium content on a monthly basis. But for a lot of you, I know the group idea is really cool, because you want to be able to harness a Facebook group and build a community and really give as much value as you can, not only you to them, but them to your members. Connecting with each other creates a lot more value.
One thing to shiny object distraction here. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
It looks like Facebook's looking for ways to add connect a fan page with a group. I don't know if you saw
really?
That. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, somebody saw it on their page options and it went away right away. So they're looking to do that. That way, inside a Facebook group, you'll be able to message your fan page. Something I'm not sure if I even like, but it's good to connect it. That way, your page can actually manage the group.
Ooh.
But I still would rather comment those myself. But it depends on what kind of company you have. If you have something that doesn't have a person attached to it, or it's not a personal brand, then maybe that might be the right thing to do. I
think that makes a lot of sense, because now it's such a powerful asset for businesses to have a group, a community of your customers, your followers, because Facebook pages on their own are not very good for community. So the group is where you can build that.
Yeah, I think Facebook's noticing the trend.
I think they're figuring it out. So they want to give business owners more options. So I like that. But we've already done that for you. So, I mean, you can already, now on a personal side, a lot of you, it's going to be your personal brand that you're building these coaching businesses with. Even if it's a branded like this, like Loan Officer, I mean, you're still you on video and sharing your knowledge and really being helpful. So these are ways you can deliver that content. And if you've been sitting there stuck trying to make income, kind of wondering, well, what's the best option for me? We'll talk about where to start, but really just think about this. Which one of these is most exciting to you? Maybe you can comment below if you're watching and you're thinking, wow, I didn't know I could do that, or that sounds really exciting, or I want to learn more about this. We're going to show you where to find info on that. And these are the kind of things that we want to see you doing and sharing in our group as well. The Power Users group. These are the kind of things that we get excited about, and we can definitely help you because we've helped others implement this stuff right on Facebook. So all of this is done with these low-cost automation tools. Again, as much as we can automate, we'll help you with using Facebook page and group, really maximizing the power of these platforms. With 22Social, kind of connecting all of this, and 22Social is obviously on your Facebook page, and you can now host your content there and require people to pay for access to it. And if you're just getting started or you just want to attract leads, you can also give away some of this stuff. So all the stuff that I just mentioned paid up here, these could all be done for free as well. They don't have to be paid. We have people giving away one-on-one meetings. Okay, it's hard enough if you're just getting started. You might need to give away free one-on-one meetings. That's fine. That's a really good way to get started, but be sure to not go too crazy. I made the mistake of giving away 20 hours of free time when I started my graphic design business. And that was a little too much. I could have got the results I wanted with about 5 free sessions and not 20. But digital courses, you can give away this content as attraction and lead capture. It's all just how you set up the app. So every app, you can load in this content and then choose with the gate. Of course, you can do a lead, single payment, or subscription. So you can decide how people pay to get access to your content. So these tools, again, page and group, 22Social account. You can try it for free. We've got if you're interested, be sure to get started with us today. Verified PayPal account. So that's one thing you will need for all of this. It's really simple to do. You just have to connect your bank account to PayPal. So all this is done with PayPal right now. That's the only option. We've really, over the last couple of years, we've found so many cool ways to leverage not just Facebook and groups and all that, but PayPal and bringing that into this and getting the most out of PayPal. And you barely have to touch PayPal at all. It's all just set up super fast. And you don't have to create products inside PayPal. You can create them all inside 22Social, even your subscriptions, and even manage customers right inside your account. For scheduling clients and organizing your time, Calendly is a great free tool. I hope you've checked it out if you haven't. I think it's totally free. They have a paid option that's just very cost effective, only like $8-9 a month. I have their paid account, but I started off with their free account. And that was pretty much all you need to get going. You could run a whole business with their free account, and it's really cool. It hooks up with your Google Calendar, and it's seamless for you and your customer. We've got a video showing you how to do that. I'll show you where to find it. Google Calendar, speaking of that, that's free. YouTube is a huge part of all this because the live training, live videos are so important. And even just hosting your paid stuff, it can be done with YouTube for free. So you don't need much more than that. Now, can you upgrade and get more things and email autoresponders and all that? Absolutely, but not at all required to get started. You can start making serious money just with these tools. And pretty much the only thing you're paying for is 22Social. And I'm sure you'll find other ways to spend your money on other stuff, but you don't need to necessarily. So before you start building your app and diving into 22Social, you'll probably want to get a Google account if you haven't. Just get it done. Get one. Calendar, the verified YouTube account. You'll want to get that verified. We'll show you how to do that. Gmail, you should use that for sure. PayPal verified, get that done. And Calendly. Those are a couple things you'll want to do. It's just the easiest, fastest, most cost-effective way to get your coaching business all organized. And now here are the links to do that. So I've mentioned there's a lot of resources and training. Now this one here, 22social.com/notes/coaching. This will show you exactly how I do my one-on-one paid coaching. I've got a whole video training there. I've got all the resources, even the video on how to hook up your Calendly scheduling tool into your app. So all that stuff is right here. Okay, so I want to point that out. I'm not going to go through the details today, but just show you that this will show you how to get it done. Courses, okay, you want to sell your content, load in your videos, maybe do drip content and create 6-week programs, 12-week paid courses, whatever it is, it's all right here, okay? 22social.com/notes/courses. If you want to do the group thing and hook that up and have a subscription payment with access to a group, there's the link to find that. Okay, I know that's kind of a lot of information, but I wanted to open your eyes and help you get moving forward. A couple last tips before we kind of take some questions and log in. Hosting your meetings. So a lot of this is going to be done virtually. And what I like to do personally is private live hangouts. You can create a private hangout. This is what I do for all my one-on-ones. It's just the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm using a hangout to broadcast, which is an unlisted hangout embedded inside the app right now. That's great for broadcasting, but you can also use this exact same tool to do one-on-one meetings or maybe a couple people on a meeting, and you can record it privately, and then it's in your YouTube channel automatically. So it's really smooth. You can share your screen. You can talk to the person. You can do a presentation with your client. I mean, whatever you need to do, you can get it done. I do design training and 22Social app setup coaching and whatnot just through these hangouts, and it's totally free, okay? So, I mean, figure it out. I know a lot of people are a little scared about learning this kind of stuff, but it's really not that hard. It does take some practice. You will mess up and struggle at the beginning, but it's free to use, and you can make a lot of money with it. So it's worth it. There are other options. I know a lot of you are like, oh, Zoom. So there you go. I gave you Zoom.us. Okay. That is an awesome tool. And I found, I mean, it is a little more reliable than Hangouts, a little bit clunkier to use, but probably more powerful, and they have paid options as well. But if you don't want to go down like that road, you can just use Hangouts. I like keeping it on Hangouts because it's kind of nice to use the same platform for private meetings that I do for like these broadcasts and free trainings that I do, so that I can be better at one tool versus kind of having to switch back and forth. But Zoom, I know many of you love. Facebook Messenger call. The one bummer about this, it's very convenient and simple. You can't really record it easily that I've seen. So it's convenient, especially when people are opting in and paying and you have their Facebook profile. It's very easy to message them and say, hey, let's jump on a call. Thanks for buying a session with me. Let's get on a one-on-one video call even. But you can't record it. Zoom does let you record it. So that's another benefit, and so do Hangouts. And I really like having that recording so I can go back and learn, because one of the biggest things you're going to want to do every one-on-one meeting you have, learn, try to get better. It's difficult to start one-on-one meetings with people. It's very scary. And that's why I did 20 free hours with people. I did 20 one-on-one sessions just so I could feel more confident to charge. Even though I'm, qualified to coach people with graphics, I didn't have the systems down the way I wanted to. So I was able to watch the replays, go back, record, and give them that recording. It's really valuable to your client to have it recorded. So they just paid, $50 or $100 or $200 for your time. Giving them a recording, especially if it's some kind of abstract, strategy coaching call or something, for them, that's gold. So it's a value add-on for you to give to them, or you can just do a phone call. And that's very old school there. So some tips for you right there. Now, customer attraction. Now, once you have some of these systems set up, you're really not going to need anything else to start attracting clients and customers and members and subscribers. You can do live Hangout training. This is the number one thing when it comes to coaching businesses, just like a webinar, okay? And we've got all the training on this, doing webinars inside your Facebook page with 22Social. This really is the best way to showcase your expertise, give away some free training. And we've got tons and tons of examples of people doing this and growing their business, making money, making more sales using this strategy here. Check it out, 22social.com/notes/hangouts. That will help you implement a whole webinar strategy. So just like we do on this page, we do a weekly live training. It helps us grow because every week we got to show up and deliver some new content, and it's an attraction strategy to collect leads, create a relationship with our audience. Or you can just do one a month. It doesn't have to be weekly, but you can just do one big one and call it good. Free giveaways. So if you want to run ads, doing a free giveaway is a really good strategy. We talk about that in depth here at 22social.com/notes/giveaway. Is it plural, Renee, or singular? Giveaways, giveaway?
Well, there's no W there, but.
What's that? Oh, giveaway. Okay, figure it out. The link might be wrong. Let me try it out. 22s.com/notes/giveaways. I think it's plural. So
yes, it's plural.
Okay, so that needs to be an S and delete the W. Okay, so you know where to find that. Sweepstakes, another really, really popular strategy. And if you want to get creative, you can combine all three of these into one app and do like a mega live training hangout with a free giveaway and sweepstakes, kind of like we're doing right now today.
Yes.
And like Mari Smith did successfully, and like many others have replicated. One app can do all of this for you. So that's available. So before we take questions, I want you to kind of get your mind going in the right direction right now and how to get started today, because all of this is available to you. It's totally possible for you to do. If a horse trainer can do it, then I'm sure any of you watching can make this happen. Not to diss horse trainers, but I just think it's funny that a lot of us spend all day on the computers and doing this stuff, but there's other people out there that just can figure this stuff out. They don't have any limiting beliefs, or they haven't failed enough to stop themselves, so they just do it and make things happen, right?
You don't never really think of a horse trainer as a techie person, but it's not that hard to do if you just put your mind to it and get going. We have somebody this morning I was working with. She's going to create training for researchers, something they need for their work. So, I mean, it's just anybody really.
And if you can solve a problem, I'm telling you, anything, if you can just recognize the value of what you do all day and start to help others who don't know as much as you. But remember, this is these tools will help you scale your business, not really start it. So I see a lot of times someone will say, "Oh, well, I created a giveaway, or I put up an offer to do my coaching, and no one's buying." So if you're having that issue, or if you're going that road and you put a lot of time into like the brand and everything, if you can't solve problems for people and actually help somebody, then really effectively, right? I'm sure you can help people, but like you got to package it up and figure things out, and that's a tough process. So if you haven't started that process, this stuff might not help you that much. You need to start small before you can scale.
Here's where it could help you. What you did, Andrew, was you set up an app and I invited people to have a free one-on-one session to learn from those sessions.
Yes.
So if you really haven't started, then that's one way to start, is just to have a way for people to sign up for these free sessions with you. And a lot of people will take you up on those if they don't have to think about the money being the barrier. And you learn from that, then you can package it, and then you can turn it into courses or paid sessions or
That's what I'm getting. All right, let me finish my deck here. Okay, so, but I need you to understand that. Okay, it's very important that you take action. You don't build all this stuff expecting a bunch of money to come in, because it's not going to happen. But on that point, as Renee is jumping ahead on me, because we debate this all the time, and it's a common situation that you might find yourself in right now, but many people do. You need to get a few beta clients. So you can set up an app to do that. You don't even need an app though. I mean, really don't go and build an app to get your first couple clients. Just go put it out there and message people directly. You're wasting your time if you're trying to build an app to get a couple beta clients. Just go find them and do something for them. It's probably going to be referrals and friends. But once you do, you can start scaling from there. But go do that right now. If you haven't done that yet, go back to the start of this deck, pick out one of those categories you're passionate about, and start helping people and seeing how you can solve problems. And now when you get going, this is what I did, and I think Renee, you did it too, is you get your crowd of and even 22Social, we did this with what's now like our Certified Experts program, is we found like 10 to 20 people that, we wanted to work with closely. We put them in a group, and we started helping them on a regular basis. And that could be weekly, monthly. Give them content, keep them going. And maybe it's the people that have paid you money. So when you start charging for money, get these people in one place. If it makes sense for your business, it probably does. They're going to need ongoing support and training. So keep them going, get feedback, and create a community where you can lead and help and support and find solutions. And do that for free, because it's really worth it to offer some free time here, because you're going to learn so much. And if you're a true entrepreneur and you have a vision of making tens of thousands of dollars a month, then this is where you're going to start, and it can scale as big as you want it to go. And if you get good enough at helping this first 10 to 20 people, you can get as many people in there as you want. And if you structure this right, it won't take any more of your time. And that's where we can start charging for access to this content. So now that you have a small group, you have some value, you've kind of got a system in place where you're doing your weekly or maybe monthly or bi-monthly trainings, your workshops with them. This could be an ongoing subscription that you can now charge for access to, and say, look, if you need some help, here's what I'm doing with my group. You can come join us. You're going to get access to some of these video recordings right away, some downloads, and ongoing training and support. If you're trying to solve this problem, I can help you. Just join us now. And that's where you're going to start making some money. And then on the digital course side, now the bummer with the access to the weekly and monthly stuff is that is ongoing work for you, so it's not true passive income.
It is, because you could say, look, I could work with one client and do all this work for one client. So that first client, let's say, is not passive.
You're scaling.
When you're scaling and doing it for 100, 1,000, 10,000 people, that part of it is passive.
Right. So you're at this point, if you have people paying for access to some of this content, as long as you're not promising one-on-one sessions with these people for signing up, then but you can scale with this group and do the same amount of work. What's really fun to see is someone doing a weekly video recording or training or piece of content, and they're doing the same amount of work for 10 people as they would with 10,000 people.
Right.
We see people do the newsletter model where they just have a PDF and say, look, hey, 10 to 20 people, would you like a PDF from me every month with my report of, you know, all the updates on this industry and what to look for, what you missed, so you don't have to spend all your time, you know, searching for this. Would that be helpful to you, 10 people? If they say yes and they sign up and they start doing it for free, you're going to get some testimonials. They're going to say how valuable this is. Now you start charging for access to that. And for you, it's the same amount of work. Everyone can just pay, and you're going to deliver that same PDF download every month to the however many people. It's the same amount of work for you. And what can happen from this as you get better, then you start creating, you know, one-time paid courses. And you could do this along the way as well. But generally what I've seen is to get this going and start really becoming an expert, it's going to take a lot of one-on-one meetings, a lot of group coaching, a lot of feedback. But you have the ability in today's world to have instant feedback, people in a group that you can communicate with and learn from and help. And now you're going to get way better, way faster. And along the way, you just got to document and say, okay, here's where people are getting stuck. Here's what they need help with. Here's usually the breakthroughs that they have is when they do this. And now you can create a course and charge $100 or $1,000 for that. And you now are going to be a total expert in your industry. And you didn't have to pay a lot of money to build all this because you just learned 22Social and a few extra things. Didn't really have to pay any more for our services. You can do all of it, build your brand on Facebook. So questions next. Renee, how are we looking on the comment stream?
I think we're okay. There's one that just came out from Tanika, actually. How's this different from Teachable, Think, or Kajabi, or similar products?
Yeah, I guess the main thing with us is that we let you, we try to leverage Facebook and all these tools that are free and give you the ability to maximize all of that. So the web is changing very quickly. It's becoming way more social, way more real time, way more interactive. No one is pushing the envelope faster than Facebook and, you know, Google, I guess. Although Google's been kind of lagging. But to be able to build your brand there and implement quickly and find your audience fast right there and collect Facebook verified information to build your list and your following, we believe that it's faster and easier to get started, and it's actually more beneficial long term because you're in more control. Even though you're on Facebook's platform, you actually have more flexibility on Facebook than you do on like a Teachable or another site.
I think that the two biggest things, actually, a lot of what you already said, Andrew. One is simplicity, check. The other one is, like Andrew's saying, being right on Facebook. I don't know if you some of you may already know, check your messages. What I do is if I see a new prospect, someone that doesn't have an account, I'm messaging them in the background. And the only way I can do that is because we're on Facebook, because we use a Facebook login. So I can actually just click on a button. I see someone's profile, and boom, I can send them a message. So if you're new, check your other box. I'm there, chatting you up. And I can do that because we're using Facebook. I think that's where we're really, really unique. And we're making it simple. And a lot of other things come in handy and are made a lot easier, like Facebook groups, because of that.
Yeah, another thing too is convenience for you and your audience. And you know, the facts will show you that people spend way more time on Facebook than anywhere else online. Not to mention, you know, another platform, a niche platform with some training. I think there's a ton of value in those platforms, and they're amazing what they can do. But you just can't compete, and even them, they can never compete with Facebook and the traffic you have there and the tools you have there. So we've always thought, hey, why try to reinvent the wheel? Let's just harness and try to maximize Facebook's platform as much as we can, and also other platforms. So, you know, we don't really we're just kind of the middleman, right? We help you put 2 and 2 together by giving you a platform, you know, a way to utilize all these free tools in one spot so you can profit.
Also, a question that came up quite a bit is zoom, like the Mazda car commercial, right? I'm under the understanding that Zoom allows you to stream right to YouTube Live. So if you're a really hardcore, advanced Zoom user, all you got to do is get it to stream to YouTube Live, get the URL for that YouTube channel, and it works right like a Hangout inside the app. So if someone could tell us if they've done that before, or if you could try it and keep us posted, I'd appreciate that. So that's Zoom.
Yeah, much more advanced. I wouldn't recommend anyone getting started. It's complicated for us, and we do this all day, every day. So I don't want to teach it necessarily, but if you're if you want to have fun, go for it. You could definitely figure it out.
Bob saying anytime you can get in biz with Facebook, you win. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot more trust factor keeping people in the platform they're already familiar with.
Yeah, the data you're collecting is really good. Remember, you own all the data. This is your data. We're not telling you to get likes and comments and shares. We're telling you to collect information. You're building a customer list on your PayPal account. These are direct customers to you. So even if you decide to switch somewhere else, you're going to have the list of all your customers, all their data, email, and have them in your PayPal subscription as well. So we're giving you all the stuff. Like, this is your customer list. They're not stuck on our platform necessarily. We're just helping you by making it convenient to host your content and give people access if they're paying you. But they're not paying us through our system, right? I think it's another way that we're different than other platforms, is it's all yours.
With Terry asking, is there someone I can consult with or ask questions about the platform a little more? This is a place to ask. Also, Terry, I put in a link. We have a Facebook group, 22s.com/group. That'll take you to our community. You can get a lot of feedback there. If you want our support, you can also submit questions there, 22s.com/support, and we'll get back to you.
We've also got certified experts.
We have, we also have a list of certified experts. There's a note on this. Yeah, it's on the notes section, right?
Yeah, you can check. Just go to our game plan. I'll kind of give you some of that rundown. So 22s.com/game plan. There's so many. We're going to throw 20 more links at you.
Right. I'm going to throw the last one.
The group is going to be the best place. Go in there and kind of like post a question there. It's probably a good idea. If you want to be more private, maybe support ticket we'll get you hooked up with an expert possibly to talk to. Let's go ahead and announce today's winner, and then we can kind of log in if there's any questions, like a demo. So every week we do a prize winner. All of you who've registered to be here at 22s.com/live, you get one chance to win. There's a referral link you can grab up at the top there to invite people over here, and that gives you more entries to win. And it'll also go towards earning your 22Social account for free. So if you get enough referrals, then your next billing cycle could be comped and you won't have to pay us again. So if you just equal three people at your same plan, then your next billing cycle will be free. So a lot of reasons to invite and share. If anyone you know needs to hear some of what we're talking about, get your referral link at the top of this page in the upper right. And you can invite a friend right now to send them a chat. They'll come over here and they can check out the training, get signed up, and you guys can work together and help each other out. So we'd appreciate that. And with that, let's announce today's winner. We pulled it up right before we started the Hangout today, right inside the app here. And let's do the drum roll. All right, Grace.
San Diego, California.
A local San Diegan. Congrats. So the prize we're doing right now has been 1 year of 22Social Premium. That is our premium plan. Another cool thing that we really are excited about with 22Social is when we see marketing consultants. As we mentioned, if you're going to be an expert and you're helping others and you're teaching, you could also just do this as a done-for-you service and set up these apps for your clients. So our premium plan gives you 100 Facebook pages, which means, for the premium pricing, you just upgrade your account to premium, and you can now install apps on your clients' Facebook pages and run these, build them and run promotions and help your clients with their own membership. Maybe they don't want to do this themselves, but you can offer your service. Maybe even charge them a monthly subscription for you to run their subscription app, right? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but the premium plan is for consultants. So if you're just getting started with us, I recommend, utilize your 3 pages. With our standard plan, you have 3 pages. So use it for yourself, your friend, your family, your client. Get a couple of these fan pages going, build some apps, start creating success. And then if you ever want to upgrade a premium, you can now make a whole business out of building 22Social apps for your clients. So congrats, Grace. Thanks so much for joining us here on the live app, and we will upgrade your account. So demo and Q&A, we got a few minutes left today. Renee, is there anything you think we should demo or log in?
You know what? Tanika just asked, what happens when, I'm sure she's referring to a recurring subscription fee on an app. What happens when the payment fails? Mm-hmm. That's something so if you could skip over to that.
Yeah, let me show you. That's a great question, and that's part of the automation that we've figured out and cracked the code on.
So we've made it really easy for one reason, or we've been able to make it easy for one reason, Tanika. Sorry if I'm killing your name. And that's being able to easily identify the person, number one, who's requesting access to the group, and the one who stopped paying. And the reason we're able to do that is because it's the same name on Facebook and the one that shows up in the back office for us, what we call the SRM, because we're using Facebook login. So there's no confusion as to you're gonna demo it out in video.
Well, I'm showing you where to find. You saw where I clicked everyone. There's buttons below this, or I gave you the links. This is the groups training. So 22.com/notes/groups. This video here will show you what it looks like when you have customers coming in. And the one I want to show you that's really cool is the cancel list. So basically, when people cancel, they will automatically be blocked from your app content. And if you also have them in a group that's connected to the app, we will display a list of everyone who's canceled. So basically just once a month, you log in, you click the cancel list, and you'll be able to see, this is an old demo. We have some real demos I could show you now, but because we've actually seen apps now that have subscribers canceling. You click the cancel list, you'll see anyone who's canceled recently, and you click on their picture, it'll open up your group, and it'll automatically find and search that single person. You don't even have to search for them in your group. You click on their face here, it opens your group, opens that person's profile, and you just have to, let's see, I think I show right there. You just click to remove them from the group. So automatically they're blocked from the app. So any content you have hosted on the app, they won't be able to get access to. You can then remove them from the group. It could take you 10 minutes a month. You just have to go in once, check it out, who's canceled. And what you'll probably want to do is reach out to them, click on there, then maybe say, hey, you know what, I'm about to remove you from the group. There's something happened with your billing. If you want to re-sign up, just give them the link back to your app, and they'll see the gate where they could purchase and sign up again. So you don't have to remove them. You'd like to be able to reach out to them and save that customer. But all this is kind of explained. So that's why I didn't want to go into too much detail and depth today. We've, over the last few months, we've been really doing our best to give you these concepts, break them down with the visuals and diagrams, and even build stuff for you. So you'll see some live demos in some of these links, and you'll see step-by-step instructions and diagrams. You know, it's all kind of here. We do our best to make it easy for you, but questions will always come up, and that's why we have the group available. We're here live every week with these Q&A hangouts. So I think that's where I would recommend you go to get information. So I have these links here, one-on-one coaching. That's my whole step-by-step guide to sell my sessions. And that one's really cool because it shows you down. So if you scroll down, I talk about all these tools and stuff, but this one here, the Calendly. So getting Calendly into a button. In one of our private trainings a while back with Will Irish, we demoed this, and it was really good. So I took a clip from one of our private trainings and gave that to you, so you could see exactly how you can get your scheduling tool hooked up. This strategy would really work with any scheduling tool. We just happen to love Calendly, and I've seen a lot of other people using this tool. So this is a demo of how to do that and get that set up. The courses one is going to show you. This one's pretty good if you're kind of new to 22 and you just want to see a real live demo. Click on the digital course one, because all you have to do is learn 22Social, and you're able to implement all of this, because our software is the same for whatever you want to do. It's just how you use the software. It's the same structure for everything. And this one has a live setup tutorial here. It's about an hour long, but I mean, it's a full tutorial. I log in step by step and show you everything. So this one here, 22.com/notes/courses. Watch this 53-minute video. And at that point, you should be able to implement any of this after watching that video. It's going to give you a lot of tips, even on how to drip content. I think we even have, the drip content strategy here. A lot of questions about that all the time. We have features to do a lot of cool stuff if you're a little more advanced. So let's see, Renee, any last questions with today?
A bunch of congratulations for Grace. That's cool.
Yay.
Let's see. Kayleen says you guys .. Thank you so much.
I'm looking at it right now, right?
All right. No,
awesome.
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks, Kaylin. Definitely pumped to see what you're able to do with this. We're excited to see a lot of new faces. We've been kind of behind the scenes for a couple of years building this stuff and working with our kind of group behind the scenes, and to be able to share this with more people is really exciting for us.
The Gifted Formula Blueprint. That sounds like an interesting company name.
Let's see. With a new, we'll take a couple last questions. If you have a question right now, if you're watching live, ooh, it looks like Facebook's kind of lagging here. Let's see.
Wow, that's straight up from Facebook. That's weird.
There we go. This must have been a question down here.
I think we got pretty much
okay.
All of them. If not, you can always join our group and message us there as well. There's plenty of people. Sometimes I jump in and answer questions, and boom, there's already 3 or 4 answers from other people.
Yeah, it's a pretty active group.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some cool stuff. I think a lot of entrepreneurs have bought stuff in the past. What we hear all the time is people have bought expensive tools. You kind of use like 10% of their features and kind of get something set up, but a lot of times it doesn't stick. And what we want to help you do is really get something going and get momentum, right? You don't have to spend a few months getting something up. You can start making money tomorrow. You can get this thing connected in an hour with your PayPal account and start charging for access to something, and then get feedback, because it's not going to be the world's greatest course or program when you launch this thing. So you got to kind of organically build this. As you become better, you're going to step into your potential, and by solving problems for people and getting better at your own skills and recognizing patterns. So that's the challenge that you get to embrace as a leader, as an expert, and help people get results. And from that, you're going to get better and better and make more and more money. And there's really no limit to how much money you can create. You can become that celebrity expert personality. It's just a matter of putting in the work. And what we want to give you is a platform to do this strategically, not waste a bunch of money and time, and kind of have fun doing it. Really being on platform, having real people looking back at you, getting real responses. This is so fun for us. I go on other platforms. I get interviewed sometimes on different platforms, and I'm just like, what? Who's here? Like, I don't even know.
Right. We're so spoiled, right?
I'm just used to this like real engaging kind of environment to be building my business. Like I said, we've got our group. I've got my own private side business that's making money. So it's just like, it's all right there in this social environment where you can make things happen fast.
And if
you got a question?
I just want to say, if you don't have a 22Social account, I just dropped the link in the comments, 22s.com/trial, actually.
Okay.
Andrew,
yeah. Yeah, try it out for free, get going. And we've got a workshop tomorrow, or like a live, we're doing a Facebook Live tomorrow morning with Rob, who's one of our customer support, what would you call him? Leaders. Yeah, he's an important part of our team. We're a small team. So Rob, you got a chance to kind of meet him and learn from him tomorrow. He shows you the basics. So if you're just getting started with us, you want to know how to like build this stuff, you got to understand how to build a page, right? So load it and embed your media, how to change the button links, how to change your text, all of that stuff, set up an app. That's what you can learn tomorrow morning. Every Wednesday, we've got Rob doing a Facebook Live. So a lot of you who are new, we'll tag you and make sure you know where to find that. But just keep an eye out for our fan page, and we will be there tomorrow live. So it's a good chance to kind of get plugged in right away. And like I said, by the end of that, you're going to know enough to build all this. And then going forward, we'll help you with strategy, additional resources, and you got us live every week with new and updated training. So with that,
I think we'll see if there's any last minute questions. Let's see. Angelica just asked about our workshops. Yes, we do have monthly workshops. I threw the link in there.
Yeah, we're also starting and that's coming up in a couple weeks. So we're starting a kind of a similar model, right? We're doing a $10 a month monthly workshop where it's going to be much more like, hey, a lot of this we can't get into the nitty gritty sometimes with these trainings. So we're going to do a workshop where we work with some of you, share stories, show examples, get in there and talk about the ins and outs of how to set up these kind of systems, who's making money, how are they doing it, and how can you save yourself time with some of these ideas.
And get your questions answered. Get moving.
Yes.
So sign up, start working with this, with the app, and start building your stuff, and then ask. Don't get stuck. There's plenty of resources.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap up today. Let you get back to your life and your world. And we'll do the same. Thanks for joining us today. We'll catch you next week.